Okay, we're looking at lesson 1-2 and it says essential understanding. When simplifying an expression, you need to perform operations in the correct order. So there's an order that we have to follow when we're solving or when we're simplifying expressions. And so order of operations is so important. And it's always going to hold true. So once you learn how to do this, you have to make sure you continue with it. So let's read through it. It says perform any operation inside grouping symbols such as parentheses and brackets. A fraction bar also acts as a grouping symbol. So one way of thinking about that is parentheses, all parentheses. That's the first thing. Step 2, simplify powers. Exponents. Step 3, multiply and divide from left to right. So when they say from left to right, if multiplication comes first, when I'm looking at it like I'm reading a book, then I do that. However, if division comes first, when I'm looking at it just like when I read a book, then I do that first. So multiplying and division in order from left to right. And then last, but certainly not least, is add and subtract from left to right. The same concept as multiplying and dividing. So that's a very popular phrase, PEMDAS, a way to remember order of operations. Some people say, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. And some people even put in there from left to right for multiplication and addition. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally for looking this rough, because that order is just that important. So let's look at the example problem. It says, what is the simplified form of each expression? So I have 6 minus 2 to the third power divided by 2. Well, we already know that the first thing that we need to do is in the parentheses, because that's what we do when we do order of operations. We do parentheses first. So in my parentheses, the first thing I'm going to do is 6 minus 2, which gives me 4. 4 to the third divided by 2. The next thing when I'm following order of operations is exponents. So I'm going to simplify all of my exponents or simplify all of my powers. And 4 to the third gives me 64. Last thing to do is division. So I'm going to do 64 divided by 2, and that gives me 32. Let's go on to the next one. 2 to the fourth minus 1 divided by 5. Well, remember my fraction bar acts like a parentheses. So I have to make sure that I know that this is in parentheses. Inside my parentheses, I have an exponent. So that's the first thing that I do. So I'm going to do the order of operations inside my parentheses. And the first step to do is to do 2 to the fourth. So 2 to the fourth is 16. So 16 minus 1. And so within my parentheses, now I have 16 minus 1, which is 15. 15 divided by 5, that's my last operation, and that gives me 3. Now I've written the rest on my whiteboard, and we're going to follow order of operations. I'm going to erase this for looking this rough. We're going to have to just remember that part. So the first thing that I do for my first one, I have 5 times 7 minus 4 squared divided by 2. Well, there's no parentheses, and so the thing that comes out the parentheses is my exponent. So I get 5 times 7 minus 16 divided by 2. All right, the next thing that I'm going to do is multiplication, because I'm going in order from left to right. So 5 times 7 is 35 minus 16 divided by 2. The next thing that I'm going to do is my division, going in order of operation. So I have 35 minus 8. And the last thing that I'll do is I'll subtract, so I get 27. Okay, let's go on to the next one. I have 12 minus 25 divided by 5. So the first thing I'm going to do is divide. 25 divided by 5, so I get 12 minus 5. And then I get 12 minus 5, which gives me 7.